Right. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm online and streaming. Cool. And I believe it's Solarpunk o'clock. Yeah, I had some problems with the. There was something going on with my streaming setup. I also now have a new mic, as you can notice. So no longer this headset stuff, but something a bit more advanced. Hopefully it works fine, but let me know in the chat if there's any audio quirks or anything like that. Yeah, another thing, I'm really amateur when it comes to Twitch, so there's all sorts of different kinds of things that you can apparently do in Twitch, configure the stream, and then how it relates to stuff like how tags work, how go live notifications work, and everything. So I'm not 100% sure if my all the sort of smaller tidbits there work or not, but hopefully they do. And yeah, so I think I'm ready to start. So we last time we left off with this place. So I have like cabin walls over here, not a roof yet, although it doesn't seem to matter because it seems like there's almost complete coverage from the leaves over here, but I might have to cut these down sooner or later. And then we have our small base over here. So the last episode, or the first episode that we had, we did all sorts of stuff, and I can go through them just real quick here. So we did these like Tinker's Constructs tools, and also some like crafting stations, Tinker stations, what have you. Then we did a botany pot, so a thing where we can grow things. In this case, I'm growing potatoes in here. Then we, or should I say we, whatever. So, hi Rob, Robson85. It's actually like, I'm okay with if you wanna chat in Finnish in the chat, but English is fine too. I'm using English in mic, but you can do either. But yeah, Finnish or English, not anything else. I'm not that fluent in other languages, unfortunately. So yeah, then after the botany pot, we did a shield and some armor, just so we had like, so we had some basic equipment on in here. And then there's and then I think I went mining a bit, and we had the resources to build a grindstone from Applied Energy 6.2, and this is a thing that's sort of you use this for like ore duplication, essentially. So there's like you can put ores in there, and then let's say like you would put one copper ore inside, and then you would grind it, then it makes you 2 copper dusts, which you can then smelt in a furnace, for instance, and then you'll get two ingots out of that. Now the grindstone isn't like it. Well, yeah. So that's essentially how it works. Then we had also we got a prospector's hammer, which is this one, yes, and it's just made out of stone for now anyway. And the thing is really useful when you are trying to dig anything from the ground. So, for instance, if I'm going here, you can find aluminum ore with this. So if I would dig straight from here, then I would very likely find aluminum ore there lying somewhere. And then you can just sort of use this to sort of chart what kind of things you have nearby, and if there's anything particular that you want, then it's a good idea. It's a sort of, it saves a lot of time when you don't have to actually like do like strip mining or anything like that. You can just sort of go through these and and then you already know sort of what kind of things you have. So for instance, if I would dig from here, it says nothing found, so most likely it doesn't make sense for me to dig there unless I want cobblestone, for instance, or something like that. So the thing only finds ores, different kinds of ores, and there's a lot of ores, especially when it comes to modded Minecraft, and in this case all the mods 6. I'm currently using all the mods 6, I think 1.7.1, and it's not the sort of newest one. I believe the like in CurseForge, the newest one has been released like a couple of days ago. It's 1.7.6, and the main reason I'm not doing the updates just yet is because every time you update, there's a chance that your world might get corrupted in some weird way. You don't really know until you actually try it. And like, of course, you can also always do backups and that kind of stuff. But especially when the mod pack actually updates so often, then there's a lot of different kinds of things that could go wrong. So then I'm thinking maybe at some point I would make the update. Maybe after the thing has been stable for some days, or I could just sort of wait for now and see what happens. Maybe I'll update when 1.8 comes out or something like that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway. We also did a spiderweb sapling, and I believe I have it somewhere over here lying around. Yeah, over here. So that's a thing that you can grow in a budding pot, and then it makes you the oak logs, the sticks, the oak saplings, the usual thing. But also it gets you string every now and then, and that's really useful because then you can use string for a lot of different kinds of stuff. And before we had this, we had to get string from somewhere else, and I think we had some crop that you could, the fluffy seeds that you could use to grow string and grow like these things. What do they grow? I don't remember anymore. The fluffy pups. Oh yes, of course. And then you get also you might get some more seeds. Oh hey, Nasibihk. Or Neisibich. I don't know. You tell me how it's pronounced. It's always a thing. Like you could. I don't know if there's. Yeah. I know. Hi. So there's there's coke bricks, and we did some. We did a coke oven, which makes you creosote oil, and that thing is used for. Well, I can show you right now. If I take the creosote oil in a bucket and then I surround it with oak planks, or any planks for that matter, you get treated wood planks. And the treated wood planks can be used for a lot of stuff. One of the things that I use them for is to make wooden storage crates. Now, these things are useful in the sense that you can, instead of using chests, you can put things in these storage crates, and once you're happy with what you have there, then it works like a regular chest. No big deal. Well, until you actually mine it up and put it somewhere else, and then you can just sort of move them around. This is something that you can't do in vanilla Minecraft if you haven't played vanilla. So if I would just take the chests from here, let's see if I can just a little bit of reorganizing. If I take some of this stuff and put it here, and just so you can see the thing. So so for instance, here's the Akashic Tome and an apple. If I'm mining the chest itself, then it also drops all the stuff that was in the chest itself. So it's a sort of quality of life type of stuff. Then you now you have wooden storage crates that you can use for these types of stuff. And I think I'll put some more oak logs here, just so there's there is this creosote oil that you can use for these, and also some other things. Well, essentially you just make the treated wood planks, but then you can use those wood planks for like multiple different kinds of things, not just the crates. Just so you know. So that's essentially what this is. Now I'm sort of up to date as to what we did last time, and then the last thing maybe that I did before leaving, I built this sort of wooden cabin here, or the walls anyway, and I'm thinking this time it would be best for me to maybe craft a couple more tools, and then make my way into maybe like also go like build a proper basement, because like currently this is just a hole in the ground, the usual sort of like early game base that you probably use in case you never played. And so the thing that I'm thinking I could do is I found out that Silent Gear has a lot of different kinds of cool, neat sort of equipments, like tools that you can craft, and maybe we can just start from here. So I'm sort of growing potatoes as we speak, and maybe I could even put some over here so I can get baked potatoes out of those. Okay, so I sort of have just a chest lying around that I don't really use for anything. At least I can't think of a thing that I would use it for now. So let's just put it away. And did I have... this is one of the things that Minecraft is notorious for, the inventory management. As you get more places to put your stuff, then suddenly you're like, where did I put this XYZ and whatever. But anyway, we can make more template boards, so maybe I'll just do that instead. Just so I can get a Paxel template. Paxel is a tool that's both a pickaxe, an axe, and a shovel. And Yeah, as the chat points out, there are shulker boxes in Minecraft, the vanilla thing, but it's also sort of like really late game type of thing. So you only get them once you're going to the end, as in the dimension, the end. So it's sort of like a quality of life thing to actually get these like very early game that you can move stuff around, and these wooden storage crates can also be used as like a sort of makeshift backpack sort of thing. So you can just have one lying around in your inventory, and then you can use that to use. Oh, cool. So Jarno is doing a game development project. That's interesting. Is there something like? Do you have an idea in mind of already, or are you very far ahead already, or that kind of stuff? That seems cool. So yeah, let's finally make the Paxel. So just wondering, yeah, okay. So it requires. Does it just require like stuff like this, or do I need a stone rod for that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I think that's fine. So a stone Paxel. I'm mainly thinking, should I? Yeah, I think I'm going to do a stone one. So now for this sort of gets rid of all three of these tools that I used to have. So I can just use the stone Paxel to do everything. It might mean that I have to use more resources for that, but maybe it's fine. I'll see. So another thing that I wanted to craft is the hammer, and I think I need that one. So the hammer is another item that's quite useful. So you can use that to mine. It's a mining tool. But the thing that it's actually doing really nicely is it digs out a 3x3 area instead of just one block. And since I'm already here, I'm planning to mine this basement stuff here anyway. So just so you can see though, so it's a really sort of fast way to mine like larger areas down. Ooh, so in the chat, Jarno is saying that he's making a 3D world, open world stuff in Unreal Engine. Are you using I suppose the latest Unreal Engine 5 or? Cool. Yeah, I can definitely I can definitely relate that it's like very likely that if you've never done 3D, it's quite a jump from 2D. But it's fine. It's like as long as you have like as long as it's interesting to you, then likely it's going to go fine. So if it's intrinsic motivation. Oh, I got a poisonous potato. I don't know if I am actually going to use them for anything, but well, you could even in this mod pack, when you are eating a lot of different kinds of foods, then at some point you might get like an extra heart container here, so then you have more health essentially. And a poisonous potato is one of these things that you can eat to get get more hearts. Yeah. So I got the hammer, the Paxel, the excavator is something that I might also like. It's a shovel that digs a 3x3 area, and yeah, I think I'll do that as well, and I'll do the saw as well, so that I can use all of those in different use cases. So essentially, this doesn't actually like make me use any less tools. It just sort of now I'm using different tools than before. So that's at least something. And yeah, I'm just building these out of stone. I could even build them out of wood, and in a sense it might actually make sense to do some of these out of wood, just so I can use them for, or like they are repairable with materials that are entirely renewable. Now I can show you how the stone saw works. So in this mod pack there is actually this FTB Ultimine, which is essentially a vein miner. So it means like you can use this to, as I showed you the last time also, but you can use this to. Ooh, that sounded dangerous. It might actually sound like a creeper. And now that I think about it, it might make sense for me to make like a claim in my base. So let's see how this goes. So I can probably go here, and I can claim some of this area around my base. Yeah, there's a village nearby, so it doesn't really. Well, I could maybe like use this also to do. It's not that nearby though, and it's over here. But I could maybe claim that just so it doesn't get destroyed by any creepers or anything like that. But you know, I don't want to claim someone else's land. That's imperialism at its best and worst. So yeah, there's so there is the Ultimine, and you can use that for vein mining if you want. But I personally find it a bit hacky, especially when the Nord pack also has these all sorts of different tools that you can use to do vein mining for different blocks. And I think, well, at least personally, I find these more amusing to use instead of the sort of like easy way of using this to dig and mine and everything. So the stone saw, if I'm not mistaken, cuts down quite a lot of things. Okay, not just one tree, but apparently it cut down quite a lot of trees over here. But I think that's okay. It's like in Minecraft, at least it's nice that you can at least use that. Like you can always plant more trees. Well, in real life you can also plant more trees. That's one of the things that you can do. Now, but in Minecraft, the sort of time scales of things are a bit different. Like if a tree, if you plant a tree, then it might mean that you'll get that tree down in, or you can get more trees to grow. Let's say, like if I'm planting something here, it might mean that it's already in a couple of days it's going to be a full-blown tree. And that's something that doesn't happen in real life. in case you didn't know, so in real life, I believe trees take years to grow. But then again, in Minecraft, a day also lasts for like 20 minutes. So it's a bit more accelerated in that sense. Yeah, I think I'll still, or maybe I'll plant birch instead, mainly because I don't have much birch over here growing at this point, and yeah, let's put them there for now. Ooh, that sounds, oh yeah. Yeah, so one of the things that Minecraft also has are phantoms. Phantoms are these dangerous creatures that lurk in the night time, and it's sort of my own fault for letting it take so long that I haven't slept in game, and now I'm going to sleep. But this was also a really bad ethical call, in the sense that now that I'm going outside, you can see, and I'm sorry for this content warning. You will see, you might see some violence done. So these they are now, well, the phantoms are gone, but you know, if I were if I was doing this like even more ethically, then I would have been more careful with sleeping enough in game so that the phantoms wouldn't even spawn. Although, is that more ethical that they don't even get to live? But maybe it's still sort of bad for them that I have inadvertently caused suffering for them like this. My inventory is full, it seems, so I have at least a lot of sugarcane, or reed. I don't know why they didn't bother to call it reed, because you use the sugarcane for different kinds of stuff, not just for making sugar, as far as I remember. Yeah, so let's put these over here, and I got a lot of oak as well. I wonder if some of it got even lost over there, or maybe, yeah, it might be that some of the oak is still lying around here somewhere. And yeah, I also got reeds. Oh, the biomes will go. Mod apparently has reeds over here, so I don't know if I can plant these. Can I? Let's see. You can use the reeds. Sure. Can you plant them? Okay, so I would need a phytogenic insulator, which is it's a more advanced version, essentially, of the botany pot, in that it uses. But at least I can put that there. I don't know if it's possible to maybe use some other fertilizers in game to make those grow faster or something. But yeah, so last time I did some, and as you can see, there's still some places over here that are just hanging in the air. Anyway, and cattails, shaded gardens. There's all sorts of different kinds of things just growing nearby. That's nice. Oh yeah, I have the zoom function. I believe that's vanilla, if I'm not mistaken. Just like you can zoom in and out, or just in. I think. I got some raw air shards. I wonder if there was some mob maybe that got destroyed somehow. I don't know. Yeah, in Twitch chat there's some talk about game projects. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, hardware, regardless of what kind of like games are we talking about, I highly recommend you try out just like building different kinds of games. There are as you might be aware, there's also some things like these game jams going on every now and then, and I believe they are even going on with. Yeah, sorry, I'm sort of doing multiple things at once. So yeah, I believe even with the pandemic going on, there's still quite a handful of different game jams going on in the world, and the game jams are sort of these places where you can build games, you can create different kinds of games in with like maybe meet new people, go on a team. Let's say you want to do graphics for a game, and you can go there and be a visual artist for a team, and then the team might also have some other people like programmers, or maybe if you're doing a board game, then there might be some board game designers, maybe someone who's responsible for just coming up with the rules of the game or something like that. So, and there's a lot of different stuff. You can do music, you can do audio, you can do the design. You can even be a project manager maybe that actually doesn't sort of create any assets themselves or do coding, but rather just make sure that everyone else is working efficiently and making sure that they have everything they need. So yeah, I highly recommend that. It's sort of one of the things that once you start to do that, it's you can you gain a lot of knowledge of things that like how people are actually building games, and even if it's sort of different from the sort of AAA studios or anything like that, it's still really rewarding. It's kind of like I personally think everyone should try at least doing all sorts of creative stuff in their lives, like try learning an instrument, try playing some instrument that you've always wanted to play, or create something like learn to draw, like there's or just sort of like don't even learn to draw, just draw. Like start drawing, start doing 3D graphics, 2D graphics, make music with a music sequencer, make all sorts of things. Learn to crochet, learn to build your own or craft your own clothes or anything like that. I'm all up for that anyway. I think it's sort of creativity is something that sort of helps you find the things that you find enjoyable. And of course, like not everyone likes everything. That's of course, but still, there's a lot of stuff that you can sort of find out for yourself when you start doing new things. Yeah, I've been just babbling and doing some stuff. I created a stone wand, which is essentially a building tool, and I actually haven't used this myself before. Well, I hadn't used the stone saw or the excavator or the hammer. Well, some hammers I've used before in some other mod packs, but but yeah. So, and I'll just link real quick because I think the game jams that I mentioned, itch.io/jams, I think, is like they are actively. I can maybe paste that in the chat even. So they are listing these jams that the game jams that are currently ongoing, and they have a lot of different jams going on at this point. I don't even know. There's several like tens, if not, I don't know, maybe 100 events going on. Of course, like there's like 7 people joined this and like 1 joined here, and you know, so they are smaller and bigger. So anyway, that's fun if you ever want to try doing a game with other people, and I feel like the jam community, the jam scene is still going on, despite all the things in that are going on with the pandemic. So live events are probably a no-go, but still, online things are an option. And I think there's also the like Facebook group. I think for if you're Finnish, then there's the Finnish Game Jammers, a Facebook group that, well, you can find different kind of local game jammers, as in from Finland, and you can chat with them if that's something that you want to do. Yeah, I was thinking. I think I even had some ideas of what to build. Well, the house basement might make sense, I think. So maybe I'll do that now. Now that I have the tools, I have the sort of dimensions for the thing, so it's probably a good idea. And I can break, yeah, I'll just break the grass for now. I don't think I need the grass right now, and it's like you can grow back grass with just sort of renewable materials. So it's nowadays you can do, even in vanilla, you can make these you can create bone meal, I think, just by using the what is it, composter, I think. It's nighttime already. It's not raining. Salt blocks. I think when I break a salt block, then it drops salt. I'm pretty sure that it drops 4 salt. So I don't I can still mine this. Yeah, and I mined 7 blocks and I get 7 salt blocks back. So yeah, no problem. Yeah, I tend to sort of be extra careful. Maybe it's not that important, but I'm usually quite careful with digging any or mining any blocks that don't drop the actual item, but instead they just. So, for instance, when I'm mining dirt over here, then it drops dirt blocks. That's okay, because then I can just take the dirt block. I can just take the dirt block and then put it somewhere else. But when it comes to some other, when it comes to some things that, or some materials that, for instance, the salt over there, if the salt block didn't drop exactly the amount of salt that you will need to make a salt block. So, for instance, at this point, I think there was like certain quartz crystals that we found underground, and ideally you would want to use like a fortune pickaxe or maybe a silk touch pickaxe to mine them, just so it actually drops the block instead of the certain quartz crystals, because then you can't really get those back. And this essentially this also applies to coal ore. This is something that like I think most people are using like coal ore. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's yeah. So where can I use coal ore for? So you can yeah, sure, you can smelt it to get one coal, but you can also use in another number of different mod packs. You can get coal ore, like 2 coal out of 1 coal ore, or yeah, there's all sorts of places where you can double your output or even more. With the squeezer or the mechanical squeezer, you get 6.5. There's a like 50% chance for additional coal, so you can get 6.5 coal per 1 coal ore. So that actually sort of there's I personally think there's a great incentive in this game to get a silk touch pickaxe as soon as possible, and that's why I have also here the Tinker's Construct things, because then Tinker's Construct can be used quite easily to create an early game version of the silk touch pickaxe. But yeah, so sort of getting ahead of myself over there. But anyway, that's something that's I tend to think about this a lot. Let's say. I'm not really using these inventory spaces right now that efficiently, so I'm just sort of putting everything just wherever I can find some place to put it. But maybe I would be more organized if I didn't also like talk at the same time. Oh yeah, one of the things that we didn't. Oh wait, yeah. No wait, I did. So yeah, the stone excavator can be repaired with very crude repair kits. Now the thing is, I'm wondering if durability 159, is it more efficient to first put the cobblestone in here like that and then put it here? No, that's actually way worse. That's interesting. I don't know why, but yeah, you can essentially like, okay, I don't know if that's a bug or just some oversight that they did, or maybe they think that it's sort of, it will be easier to actually have the materials there ready. Maybe some cases actually make it easier for that, but yeah. Well, anyway, and it's really not like, yeah, it's not that good that it's raining outside and I'm getting things. It's raining inside as well. Now that I don't have a roof yet, so I'm thinking, should I maybe build? I don't know if there's. Can I just put like one more and then? Yeah. So I'm building a temporary roof. But now that I think about it, it might actually make sense. Would it be better to? Yeah, I don't know if. Can I use the stone, the hammer, for that? No, I don't think so. Or can I? I don't know. Maybe I should just. It doesn't seem to work. At least the blocks aren't highlighted the way I think they should be. So. Well, yeah, I'll just use the birch planks for now. And this is cosmetic anyway. It's like it doesn't actually, like the game itself doesn't require you to have like a roof of any kind here. So it's just for now. It's just for myself, just so I can, or sort of, yeah. As far as I know, there isn't really any sort of adverse effects for. Ooh, a zombie brute. I don't really see a reason for trying to kill the zombie brute. So maybe I'll just leave them alone for now. Anyway, yeah. It's one of the things where you sort of like when you. Now that I have started a series where I try to be like I said vegan, so I'm going to be like animal friendly that kind of stuff. So I don't know why I wouldn't include the like angry zombies or stuff like that in there. So this isn't like optimal maybe, but yeah, I put that. And I wonder if there's more. I'm running out of birch, so. And I'm also thinking it might be cool to have like a green roof. So maybe if can I put like dirt over here or something like that, just so I can grow some grass here. I think that's going to be good like that. So did I have the excavator here? Yeah, it doesn't work on those. I'll just take these instead. And I'm sort of so used to the usual, like you have the pickaxe, you have the axe, you have the thing, then I'm sort of confused when I only have the Paxel. But maybe that's temporary. I'll get used to that. I'm pretty sure. Says he and then doesn't use the stone excavator. Anyway. Oh God. I should probably eat. in game at the very least. There's a lot of dirt, and I guess you could even argue that this isn't the like most ecological option to dig all the dirt away. So yeah, it seemed like this was the I get a lot more durability out of this setup than putting cobblestone in the repair kit. So I don't really see why would I use that instead. I'm just I'm trying to check out every now and then there's like when I like when the tools break, and usually the tools only mine like one block, but then in the case of these multi-block tools that sort of take more blocks away, then sometimes they bug out a bit. So if I'm trying to mine something and then the tool breaks, like a hammer would break in here, for instance, then it might be that even though it renders these blocks as being like mined, then in reality there's still stone in there, and then at those points I'm using the UltiMine just to see where the blocks should be. So if you're wondering what I'm doing there. And then let's take that away, and yeah, the green roof actually might be a fun sort of thing to have. So maybe instead of birch planks, I'm actually using dirt over here. It's also a bit more environmentally conscious choice, maybe. And then it also means that I can use the birch planks for something else. Maybe I'm going to build a ceiling out of those. So we'll see. And it also makes sense to have another level maybe in here, so maybe I'll have that, and then I'll have the basement under it. Yeah, like that. Like that. Yeah. I think I'll be needing some more planks. I also need to find a where would I get to the basement. I think I'm going to build stairs for that. Ladder is an option, but I think it might make more sense to have like So maybe if I'm... yeah, maybe I'll do it over here. So... these are going to be stairs soon, but just so I can... yeah, looks decent. And then I can maybe do another set of stairs here, except I won't now. Not sure. Maybe I'll just put them here for now. Oh, I left some over here. So, so yeah, I was thinking I would have a green roof over here. Can I use the stone saw for anything else other than just cutting down trees? It just seems like it's... yeah, it doesn't... And the hammer only mines one block at a time. In this case, yeah. It's no use for me either. So yeah, it seems like it only requires... this requires me to just, yeah, use the Paxel instead. Not loving it, but yeah. Slow times. Right. Oh yeah, I just went to the local library the other day and borrowed a book. This cool book that has short stories of Solarpunk. This is something that this was, as you can see, the Glass and Garden Solarpunk Summers. This contains, I think, the first story here was only like 8 pages or something like that. And yeah, it's so interesting. I'm looking forward to reading more on it. But it seemed like a decent sort of introduction to Solarpunk. So if you're at all interested, you can check your local library for more. Oh wait, I think I sort of made a small architectural mishap over here. So I was supposed to have these oak logs surrounding this. So maybe I'll do that for the other corners as well. And sort of, yeah. I'm not entirely sure if it looks nicer. Right now I'm just building here, and one of the things that I'm also sort of I was also considering was like, do I actually want to have like lighting outside? Like that's like it's something that you usually do when you're playing Minecraft. You light up your environment, and that's essentially for the purpose that the spawning mechanic in Minecraft works like so that if you like, I think I can't. Oh wait, well, yeah, I can. Yeah, maybe I can do that. So yeah, the spawning mechanic in Minecraft, in case you aren't aware or haven't played the game or anything like that, works like so that if there's a light level of can't remember from the top of my head. Maybe that was something like a light level of 7 or less, or something like that, on the block, then it can spawn monsters. And there's some other conditionals, like if you're near enough, then it doesn't spawn monsters. But then if you're further away, so for instance, you can see on the minimap there are some monsters that have spawned, or some mobs, some are they animals, are they fantasy creatures? Anyway, the creatures have spawned nearby. There's even a skeleton archer nearby. Or, well, in Minecraft's case, they are all archers. If they are skeletons, then they are archers, by definition. Yeah, and now I have a green roof. Well, as you can see, I'm red-green colorblind. So yeah, the grass is a block that, like, if I wanted to harvest, it always turns into dirt unless I have a silk touch tool to mine it with. And what? No, have to be careful now. I think the skeleton archer is just there. Yeah. I know I can't go there and just sort of and even I would even say that I usually just go there and kill them, but with this playthrough, I'm sort of trying to avoid any unnecessary suffering. So, if you're wondering why I don't go there and get rid of them that way. So yeah, I was saying like I could even use the torches over here to light up my base, and to an extent that makes sense. And for instance, if I'm inside, then usually I use these torches to light up the inside of the base, just so I can see and there are no monsters spawning inside my base. But when it comes to like lighting up the environment, then it also means that it might look a bit weird, because then you only have like torches laying around everywhere, and then if you're thinking about that environmentally, it might also not make sense that much for, let's say, I believe there was at least some news recently about city lights disrupting the flight patterns of bees, I think, and that and different sort of so they have unforeseen consequences. The sort of if you're doing that without really thinking. Currently, I'm thinking if I'm using this stone hammer for this block, then does it also mine the inert crystal ore? I personally would prefer that it didn't, but maybe I'll check. Yeah, it doesn't. It's nice. It's nice in that sense, because the inert crystal ore is also one of the blocks that doesn't drop the crystal ore item, but it drops the inert crystals. And in Minecraft, if you have the fortune pickaxe, for instance, then you can get a lot more out of those ores. So that's why I'm, for now, just leaving them there as is, and maybe harvesting them later maybe once I have the silk-top pickaxe with me. So yeah, now I'm just mining the sort of basement area over here, and I'm thinking maybe I'll extend this basement area later on inside. So I don't know if it's how Solarpunk it is to mine your base and build it underground instead of going like all glass garden outside, but but this is what I do, at least for now, maybe. And I'm sort of thinking that that most likely this series will evolve over time, and maybe we'll start seeing more advanced machinery and all sorts of stuff here. But you know, it's also sort of you gotta start somewhere, and you have to have like the basics going on before you can build something something larger, something more advanced. I have a small sort of roadmap in my mind about how I want to go about this, how where I want to sort of build, and just checking that am I building in the right place? Maybe, hopefully. Well, it doesn't really matter that much, but I'm wondering if there's for some reason I can't get the console stuff to work now. Not sure why that is. Oh well, it's not a big deal. Where am I? There's no F lock, is there? Or oh yeah, there is. Okay. Oh. Interesting. So yeah, I was thinking that this the center of this base should be 8. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so that was just something that I wanted to make sure that it's working as intended. Yeah, so in here, I don't know if you can see, maybe like faintly, and the shaders might also make something like weird and funny going on every now and then. But there are these red X's on those blocks, and this essentially means that monsters could spawn in these areas if I'm not nearby, and if there's and then there's also like 8 these yellow X things instead, and they just indicate that it's when it's daytime the monsters won't spawn, but if it's nighttime then they will spawn. Right. Yeah. At least for now, these tools have seemed fine. I apparently forgot to use the stone wand entirely, but I don't know. How does it work? Does it work like... Oh, yeah, okay. So I can sort of... Yeah, it builds around this area, and also... yeah, it seems like this place needs a torch over there. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it means I can sort of build more in like one direction. So for instance, when I'm clicking here, then it makes 2. Okay. Yeah. And there's also durability for the stone wound. So like if I'm putting them there, then it's 3. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. And I think max 9 blocks. So it's not much. You can only put like 9 blocks side by side with this. So it makes it a bit faster, but not that much faster. Or if I can do the crafting station, another one. I think it's going to be a good idea. So now I have a bunch of cobblestone with me. Also, the stone shield is now there. I could put the oak pressure plate back over here. Now it's almost invisible, but that's sort of also the point, or it's good that it is. So the pressure plate just, it's a vanilla mechanic, but you just put it there, it emits the so-called red stone signal to the door, and then the door gets opened or closed. It's a quality of life thing that you just put them in front of your door, so then you can just walk outside and inside, and the door gets automatically closed whenever you use that. So it's nice. You don't have to close the door manually, that is. Okay. Then we had, I was thinking I could do the water wheel and the millstone. Now just, did I have some seeds over here? Yes. Okay, so maybe I'll put down a botany pot. Let's take all of this and botany pot, farmland, and wheat seeds. It would also be really cool to find, what is it, inferium ore? Is it inferium ore? Yeah. But the JEI, the Just Enough Items mod, that is used to show all the recipes over here, doesn't seem to have any information as to how to obtain these blocks. So maybe I need to use my prospector's hammer to just inferium ore. Oh, that's nice. Is it still over here? No? Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm going to mine something like this, maybe. Yeah, it still finds it over there, so let's go there then. I could even use the hammer maybe with this one, but I'm not sure if I actually want to strip mine something really that much. It's mainly like I want to, yeah, there's some inferium ore. This is something that actually drops, just drops the inferium essence, but I think it's going to be fine, because then you can do the inferium seeds. It just requires 8 to start with, and then you can make more inferium. It might be a good idea maybe to like watch if there was more than just those 2 blocks, but well, maybe I can even use my prospector's hammer over here or something like that. Yeah, doesn't seem to find more. it's fine. Inferium ore, more of that over here. So scoria stone, iron ore. Then there are some blocks, like the scoria stone, for instance, that don't. It drops scoria cobblestone. It also only means essentially that if I want to get scoria stone instead, then I need to smelt it in a furnace. Rocky stone, I think it's just something that drops itself. Yes. And inferium ore. There seems to be quite a lot of it over here, but yeah. Essentially, I only need these 8. And yeah, I'll put these here, maybe one of these here. Yeah. Just so there aren't monsters. There aren't any creatures that spawn in these mines. That wouldn't be very nice. I'm also... I don't have any more seeds, any more like wheat seeds yet. So I think that's something that I'm still waiting for to get from the botany pot. And the reason why I'm thinking I wanted to find this inferium ore was that I could get the inferium essence, and you can get more inferium essence by growing inferium seeds. And once when you have wheat seeds and surround them with inferium essence, then you get the inferium seeds, and then you essentially have an infinite supply of inferium. A very slow process, but anyway. And then one of the things that you can do with these inferium essences is to make farmlands, and you can do inferium farmland, which then makes some crops grow faster. So I think it's inferium farmland. And then you can use that in a botany pot to get the growth modifier 0.2. So it's a bit faster, 20% faster than usual. Okay. Well, yeah, that's something that you can do. Another thing that I want to grow wheat for, not just the seeds, but also I want to get started with Create and the mod named Create, and I want to get a millstone, and I also want to get the water wheel. So that requires me to have andesite alloys, and that means I need some iron nuggets. Why didn't I mine the iron before there? Well, no, anyway. And then the create mod can be used to for like you can take wheat and put it in this millstone, and then the millstone gets you. I don't know if I can find it over here. If I'm using this wheat in a mill, I might get wheat seeds, and I also get wheat flour. And now I'm thinking, can I actually use the wheat itself? Yeah, just to get the seeds, but 5% chance. That's not good. That is rare. That's interesting. Anyway, you get the wheat flour, and then you can use the wheat flour with water to get dough, and then you can combine the dough with lime dye to get slime balls. Slime balls are something that's in the vanilla version of the game. They are a drop from slimes. So essentially, you would have to find some slimes, and slimes are these like creatures that roam the land, and then you can kill them and then obtain slimes. But if in my case I don't want to kill any slimes, then this is the way that I do it instead, so that I'll get some slimes without killing anyone. What else? I can maybe extend my basement here a bit. Also, hey, Zealdozer, if you're still on, I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I didn't see your message until now. And I'm not sure. I'm guessing you might be referring to the Prospector's hammer that I had. And yes, I agree. It's a cool tool. This takes some time. It would be fun to have the crystal ores away from there, but then another thing that I'm planning to do is a Smeltery from Tinker's Contract, and that's something that I want to that's why I want to have the basement here as well, so that I can build the Smeltery over here. It makes more sense, I think, to have that in the basements. You can build them anywhere, I guess, but anyway. And the Smeltery is a multi-block structure that then makes it possible for me to double my ore output, much like the quartz grindstone, but the grindstone actually has this sort of a small caveat that it doesn't always get you double ores. I think iron ore is something like maybe you get it shows up here as you just want like iron dust, or you only you get 2 iron dust out of 2 ores. But at least from my experience, there are some things that in some instances you only get 1. So maybe it's like 1.9 or something. I'm not really sure how much you need that, but I'm not sure where that sound comes from, or I'm pretty sure it comes from outside, but not really sure what the source of it is. There might be some some mobs, someone over there, but don't know. Anyway, I should be quite safe over here, so that's fine. One of the things that you can also do in Minecraft is a cobblestone generator, or this type of thing where you can maybe I'll just put them here for now. So a cobblestone generator is something that generates you a cobblestone out of nothing, essentially. You just need lava, and you need water, and then you can combine those to create infinite amounts of cobblestone. That's something that very many people do, and I have done that myself as well for many times. But for at least this particular series, I'm at least for now thinking that I don't want to. Do I still need like one more inferium maybe, so that I can grow the inferium seeds? It might be that it does require me to have more. Not that much, and I already found some more over here, so it shouldn't be a problem. I got 3, which is more than enough for me. So so I should be able to. Can I just take that farmland over there? It's not really that big of a deal, but yes, inferium farmland. That's nice. So now these crops should grow a bit faster. And I can also use the inferium to make the next tiers of this. So you can then get Prudentium essence. But that also means that I have to have an infusion crystal. And for that I need a diamond. And I need a prosperity shard. Or several of them. So I think that's going to be something that I don't use for a while. But at least I now have inferium. And I also get fertilized essence. And you can use that in a crafting table, yes, but I don't know if there's anything else that you can use this for. Can I just like make this? I don't know. Maybe there's nothing that I would, nothing that I can use it for now. Anyway. It's fun to have people in the chat talking about game development stuff. I have been actually like thinking of a game development idea myself, or well, like I guess it's natural. Like I used to be a game designer, so like more like it's more likely than not that I have different game ideas. I don't know if anyone else is familiar with this YouTube channel called Primitive Technology, but it's this channel where I think an Australian dude is doing some like they are building things with their like using all natural like materials and building all sorts of cool things. So, for instance, they build a clay hut, or they might build themselves a stone axe or a flint one or something like that. And yeah, I have found it really captivating, and I've been thinking, would it be possible, or would it be would it make sense to make a video game out of that idea? So essentially, the guy is like, you could argue that guy is there, like LARPing Minecraft or something like that. They are doing many of the things that you do in Minecraft as well. But I think it's more than that, or the sort of, well, they are crafting things, but they are doing like much more, and it's sort of more involved in many ways. Currently, I'm just sort of. I thought that maybe it would make sense for me to have some space over here. So I made this basement a little bigger. I also make, so now that I have a crafting station in and a wooden storage crate over here, then I can use those in conjunction with each other. So I can put stuff in the chest and then use those things from the chest to craft more. And I'm thinking maybe these torches could be one block. One block lower, and now I can already see that it might become an issue to have those torches, or sort of like aesthetically it looks a bit weird to have a torch right there. But yeah, this is an iterative design. I can always sort of change things as we go. That's the sort of beauty of Minecraft, and the curse that you can always do it again. You can always do it better, and that kind of stuff. So, right, and let's take this and put it on the ground. Let's take these as well and put them on the ground. Maybe take them to the furnace, nearby the furnace. Yep. Let's take the other storage crate. This is also why I love storage crates, that it's so much easier for me now to just like move them around. I don't have to sort of move every single item in those crates to get what I want. I don't want to mine these yet, but I will say that it looks really weird if I don't have any supports there. So just for the sake of having something that is more aesthetic, then I'll put them like that. Then I'm thinking maybe I could do fences also. Oh, that's a fence gate, sorry. Yeah, been playing this game for more than 10 years, but still don't have a grasp on all the recipes. So if you've ever thought to yourself, oh, I'm such a noob, I don't know about these recipes. Don't worry, I'm a noob that has been playing this game for, I don't know, 12 years or something like that. So don't beat yourself up over that. Gamers are not this, like, not everyone needs to be a pro gamer. Personally, I'm not that competitive either. I like to play like I rather like to play competitive, cooperative games instead. So, and I remember that when I was little, and we used to play. Let's say, like, I used to play Street Fighter. And then there would be some people who hadn't played the game that much. Then I would be like, I would still try to play well, but it would be like maybe I would get I wouldn't be so competitive that I just tried my best at all times, because maybe I'm more of the type that I want that everyone should have fun while playing. And I've been thinking that might be one of the reasons why I felt like I could work as a game designer. Because I sort of like, for me, the game experience of all the players that were playing was more important to me than winning or dominating people. So. Yeah. Robson85 is like saying in the chat that there's like it would make sense maybe to have instead of everything being like one click away or something like that. Basically, all the crafting would be their own mini game, and yeah, I've been thinking of the same. Like, for instance, in with the game that I was at some point, I was thinking the, like, if you wanted to do like very primitive stuff. Let's say, for instance, like it would be like essentially a Stone Age simulator, at least in the very early stages of the game. So you would need to have it would require you to have this like some flint tools, for instance, and then flint tools. Well, how do you get flint? Then you have to go somewhere where there is like there are some specific kinds of rocks, some kind of stones, and then you have to bang those stones together to get like some shards of those stones, and then some of those shards might be useful for crafting a stone or a flint axe, for instance. So this saw is really useful. It sort of takes all, and now it seems like it's lagging a bit. I don't know if it's did I just cut down a whole forest with just one swing? I don't know if this is a bit OP. Perhaps, yeah. And I'm using these torches here. Maybe it would make sense for me to, like, if I want to grow stuff, and if I want to have this place free of any torches outside, maybe it will be better for me to grow stuff on top of my house, since there is already there's a lot of green, a lot of grass already growing here. And maybe this is, at least at this point, it makes more sense for me to have lightened up the area just so monsters don't spawn on my roof. That might be suboptimal. But yeah, I'll grow some birch over here. Maybe over here too. This is fine. And this was something that I only built here so that I could get the grass growing there. But now that it's finished, I can probably just take it away. And there seemed to be a zombie nearby, but we can just leave them be there. But yeah, as you know, in real life, you can't really get infinite cobblestone, even not cobblestone, even though like cobblestone itself is like it's fairly abundant in the ground and everything like that. So, but there are no like you still have to sort of like take the cobble from somewhere. I was thinking maybe maybe this isn't the best place to have a bed, so maybe I'll put that there. At least I'll sleep, and then I'll go get some gravel and some clay and some sand, so that I can start doing stuff with Tinker's constructs and get myself the Smeltery. And yeah, there's some gravel over here. Maybe it's good to take this. Also, some of the gravel will get turned into flint, but I believe that's okay. This will also it sort of seemed like it might make sense for me to sort of can I just make this into a river? Because this seems like something that has been overgrown. Like in the map, you can already sort of see that it might make sense for it to have a the border area is sort of like extending here. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm actually doing irreversible damage to the environment just by taking these small pockets and combining them. And perhaps I would need an ecology degree to figure out if that's the case or not. I mined some dirt, but did I mine something useful? Or, well, dirt is useful. Dirt is life. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I'm just wondering, did I put my ores over here? Okay. So there's sand, gravel, and clay. But I think I need more clay and sand to start off with the Tinker's Construct stuff, and then there's the millstone thing. It does require some iron, and technically you can also get iron with create. You can put some, like, you can get iron nuggets out of what was it, like when you bulk wash gravel, then you can get like 20% chance of getting an iron nugget from one gravel. So then that means around like 8 or 9 gravel blocks on average to get one iron nugget, and 9 iron nuggets gets you like 1 iron ingot, so not that much. It's a really inefficient way of getting, and it also means that you are going to burn a lot of gravel and getting flint out of some of those, but they also sort of like rely on the idea that you would first have a cobblestone generator, because then you'll get infinite cobblestone, and then you can use that cobblestone to make gravel maybe, and then use that gravel to make stuff. But yeah. In this game, it's like I think it's basically just the trees that are something that you can indefinitely grow, and something that's sort of makes sense in the real world. Although you could also argue that, well, the trees do get their nutrients, and like you can't create mass out of nothing. You have to have something first. Oh, maybe I didn't want to do that, or I didn't intend to do that. Yeah, the saw is really powerful when it comes to like cutting down whole forests, but now I'm sort of reconsidering whether it's a good thing, because then it means that I can't really control how much of the wood it actually cuts down. So yeah, I sort of maybe have to reconsider using that stone saw, unless I really need a lot of wood at once. But then, yeah. Yeah. There's also the inferium furnace. The cooking speed is a bit better, but it also requires inferium ingots, which are made from iron, I think. Or prosperity. Oh, yeah. So iron and then prosperity shards. But yeah, it doesn't really make sense for me right now. Yeah. Maybe I should cut down on my inventory is getting full. So this was not intentional. Yeah, I think I thought that maybe I would want to I want to have I was thinking that I don't want to do almost anything outside, like many streamers, many Minecraft streamers do like I went to do some mining off camera or something like that, and then they got like much more resources than they did the last time. Personally, I think I would prefer not to do that, and instead just use the like use the time that I have on the streams to actually like do stuff. Although it also means that these episodes are going to be a bit slower in the sense that there's it would be faster for me to sort of go mining and do all sorts of stuff and then sort of just show you the some glimpses of what I'm doing every now and then. But one of the things that I'm considering is doing the inventory, like refactoring, doing all that different storage crates for different kinds of places, and then like organizing them. And I think organizing items in the game on the stream isn't particularly interesting, I would figure. So then I think I'm going to save that for some other time. But as for like building stuff in the game and that kind of stuff, then I think I'm going to do that here. Now, yeah, what do these? Yeah, it's just like clay and sand and gravel. I can do some of that now, but really, it's not really much. For getting more grouts, at least I need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheer bricks, and then this requires 4. So 9 plus 8. Huh. It's not that much. Then I also need, after that I need a faucet. I'll get 2 out of this, yeah. And then I think at least the casting basin. Probably also the casting table. Maybe the casting table is something that maybe both. Probably both, yeah. Okay, so the seared melter and the seared heater, yeah. So what was I missing? Sand and this was, yeah, durability is so low already, so I'm going to repair that. People have interesting ideas of like doing crafting games in the chat. So like how sort of essentially how realistic do you want to get? Like, do you want to have like if you've injured yourself in a fight against wild animals, then if you don't heal your hand first, then like are the crafting mini games going to be harder now that your hand is hurting, or like do you want to be really sadistic and like if you're do you have a chance to get like a lethal infection through the wound that you have in your hand when you're doing like crafting with stone or something like that. Yeah, I suppose it's sort of also about like what's the like what do you want to achieve with the game. I think that's one way of at least sort of approaching the problem. So like maybe you want like why do you want to build the game? For instance, like I was thinking the reason I would like to have a Stone Age simulator or like primitive technology stuff would be essentially that people would be able to learn some things in the game that they could also then use in real life. So, like if you can play a crafting like an open world crafting sandbox game, and then from that game alone, if you can use the same information that you use to play the game well, to then, let's say, like if it was a farming game, and then it would make you also be able to craft like if you it would also make it possible for you to have your own plot of land somewhere and farm some plants. Maybe like you would put potatoes in, like what kind of soil do you want to have those potatoes in, and what kind of, like, all sorts of that kind of stuff. Like, can you make a game that would sort of help people with understanding? Like, can you make a game that helps people understand ecology better, or those sorts of things? So that's like at least one way of sort of approaching the design problem of building different games. Like, what is your idea of what you want to achieve with the game? If you want to be sadistic towards your players, then by all means build a game that has sadistic game mechanics. But if you want to make a game that feels meaningful in some other sense to the players, then maybe think every design decision through that lens. So does that make the game? Does this particular design decision affect my, or does it have an effect on my my personal sort of goals towards what I want to achieve with the game? But yeah, I think that it's sort of like there are different kinds of games that have, and different kinds of crafting and open world and sandbox games that do have these different levels of you could say maybe realism, but then I'm not sure if the realism is the right word there, because it's still sort of like would it make the game more real if it was if it used a virtual reality environment, like if you have more tangibility when you actually use the hands or whatever. So and so it's sort of hard to pin down and exactly define what realism means for different kinds of designers and players. Yeah. Now I'm doing seared bricks, and they are the sort of first crafting ingredient towards building these seared melter and seared heater, and then you can use those then to get more. Oh wait, yeah, actually I think I might it might require me to have gold though, so maybe I'll go underground and mine some. I think there even was some oak ladders. Maybe I'll make some more of those though. And the create millstone might be a good idea in the sense that then when I get the slime balls, then I can also make myself slime boots and the slime boots are good because then you don't get any fall damage. But and also I'm running out of food, so I think that it makes sense for me to also get some potatoes coming over here. Yeah. But yeah, it's I think I at least I am starting off this series as thinking that I won't be doing cobblestone generators or any kind of or yeah, sort of I'm trying to avoid doing anything that would be sort of impossible in real life, although I also understand that, well, for instance, growing trees that take 1 day to grow and then cut them away and then plant some more, that isn't exactly realism either. But I think the idea here is to like, for instance, the game has, let's say I want iron ore. There are a number of ways to get iron ore. If I get like UU matter, which is an endgame crafting thing, if I build an ore laser that just mines blocks, mines ores, and then I'll get some out of that. I can even use the combiner to get like more iron ore out of iron dust and cobblestone, and then you can get iron dusts quite a lot with some specific, like for instance, if you have a fortune pickaxe and you can get like for instance, if you are using the enchantment, what is it, applicator, I think you can use enchantment applicator to get yourself in vanilla Minecraft. There's like fortune 3, which is like the best fortune enchantment that you can get in vanilla, and that might get you, let's say, like, I don't know, maybe around four things per box. So for instance, if there might be something that you can some ways that you can get more iron out of one iron ore, and you can even get, like with this enchantment applicator, I think it was someone said it was like fortune 20 or something. That's like insane, but that would mean that you can get quite a lot of iron from just one iron ore, which then makes it essentially like you can get iron dust, more than 8 iron dust per 1 iron ore, and then this combiner essentially just makes it so that you can get infinite amounts of iron ore with that method. Also, you can use the resourceful bees, and as you know, since this is a vegan Solarpunk utopia, then it means I don't allow myself to use these honeycomb mechanics either. At least for now. Maybe this whole series will eventually go into the direction that I'm like, I have gone through all the ethical methods of getting the different stuff, and then I'm like, okay, so now there's nothing else to do now in the game except go Sith and start doing the paragon stuff and the unethical behavior instead. I don't know. We'll see. But at least for now, I'm trying to stick to these sort of more wholesome game mechanics that we have. So yeah, there you have it. So I'm at least for now, I'm thinking of not going to do any sort of like not going to use mechanics that make it possible for me to like get stuff out of thin air. So, and yeah, as someone pointed out, Robson pointed out in the chat, it's also that if the game is too realistic, then it stops being funny, or it stops being fun. Sorry. So, yeah, and that's really true. There's a lot of I think of course it's also to some extent you could argue that it's a matter of taste. Some people just prefer really hard games, and some games are the sort of games that you really don't have any sort of like. For instance, I guess Dark Souls is a prime example of games, a game series that was sort of hand built for an audience that prefers more difficult games, and I think that's okay. Like, you can choose your audience, you can choose who you want to build games for. And that also make at least judging from how Dark Souls has done in the markets, I would say that they did a pretty good job at that. So at least they have been successful, even though they picked a relatively niche market, a relatively small market to marketing their games for. Gooseberry, yeah. I haven't eaten that yet, so. Oh, I can't. I'm already full, but I want to eat more. Well. Yeah, I still have like an hour left of streaming time. At least I had an idea of like starting or finishing at 9 p.m. local time, Eastern European summertime. I'd figure that there aren't people watching from other countries at this point, but you never know. There might be people from LA, and they might be, morning over there, or there might be people from Japan. There might be even people who are Finnish, who are residing in Japan and watching this stream. You never know. Ehkä mun pitäisikin puhua vaan suomea. Maybe I should only start only talking Finnish, but no. I think it's a good exercise also to for me to talk in English, because lately there hasn't been a lot of places where I have had that opportunity, or there hasn't been many people who have interacted with that would sort of require me to use English. So and that used to be different. The master's degree that I was studying at was in English, Internet and Game Studies. Yeah, so this requires 5. And this doesn't require anything. Yeah. So what did I calculate? 5 plus 4 plus 8 And then also these. So yeah, I'll just get these, but then I won't have anything to pour them into. So maybe the shared casting table might make sense for me. That requires 7 grouts. So there's 8. It's like this. Does it? Or maybe it was like, yeah, you can use either one. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll use that one. And a seared melter. So it's like that. And then a seared heater, just like that. And then seared faucets, which are like these. And then I'll just get the bricks. And you can then use these bricks to get the casting table. Yeah. But I think I can craft that, but then I won't have almost anything to put there, so I think I'll just do more of these ladders. Yeah, 32 should be fine for now. I don't have the slime boots with me, so I might take some fall damage, but then again, I also have baked potatoes and I have the stone shield, so I think I should be fine. There's something or someone breathing very ominously. Almost didn't have a noob moment there. So maybe I'll just light it up here a bit. And the main thing I'm interested in right now is gold. And as luck would have it, there it is. There's some. That's good. Oh, this actually requires me to have an iron pick, or something similar. I'm wondering if there's anything that I could use so that I wouldn't have to create an iron pick out of iron. But what about flints? Is that silent gear material? Tier 1. And cobble? Probably tier 1, yeah. What other is cactus? Cactus isn't a thing for silent gear. I wonder if there's anything that, like, do I need? Like, iron is relatively plentiful, so it shouldn't be a problem for me to do an iron pick. I'm just wondering if, well, soda quartz actually I think is something that you can use, but it's mainly like after I've built that, then it might be that I can't actually like. But I want to do an obsidian pickaxe, but that requires me to have the smeltery. Decisions. Yeah, I'll just do the iron pick. It's and you can even find more iron over here. So the breathing sound is sort of really weird. Also, because like when your streamers don't know you, then they might also mistake that sound to mean that I am doing that. So just so you know, I'm not sure where that sound comes from. I hope it's coming from the game. Otherwise, I'm sounding like if I have like some Firefox tab open there, and then no one else hears that but me. But I think it should be it should be there in the game. Then there's I think that there was the tip upgrade. Is that something that I want to do? Paper, templates, and does that mean that I have to like, if I'm doing a tip upgrade with any of these, how about treated wood? Can I use that for? No, probably not. What about Botania? Does that have like what are these, like living rock pickaxes, for instance? Can I don't know. Yeah. It seems like waste. Yeah. Maybe it's at these points it's sort of like I could be really sort of resource efficient. But also I know that if I'm taking all the stream time to just figure out whether or not I should do like 2 iron, like should I say 2 iron just so it's maybe not. Yeah, right. I had a vague memory that I put more grout in here, but I don't think I actually did. And I think I can get more grout when I have the gold thing. So let's see. Can I make the where was it? Stone rod, or should I just make like a pickaxe? If I use the template boards, I need more though. So if I'm doing pickaxe templates, And then how many blocks do you need? Do you need 3? Maybe you do. So then it means that I have to take another iron ore in here and grind it up. And I think I can't do a tinker's pickaxe yet because I don't have the smeltery. So I'll just do the iron pickaxe. And now that I think about it, can I use... wait. Can I make out of treated wood, can I make like rods? Because that might be good. Not sure. Maybe I'll see. At least not like that. Treated stick. Enchantability. No. I think that's just immersive engineering though. I'm not sure. Maybe it's still, yeah, well, I can try it out. We'll see. So I got some treated wood planks, and then if I'm putting all of this here, let's see, durability 250, or durability 180, or durability 225. Repair efficiency. Was there anything else that this helps me with? Well, anyway, it gets me the best durability, so let's go with that. Now I have the iron pickaxe, so if there are any blocks that I want to get with this, I can use it. So let's go here. I light up some of this cave, so I won't get surprised by anything very nasty. There's also redstone, which is nice. And there's some uranium, redstone. I think I'm going to need the redstone for at least some of the redstone. I need to take. I don't know. Is 4 enough? Maybe not. Because there's a block in mechanism that lets you get a lot more redstone out of one ore block. So as long as you have the silk touch thing, then it makes sense. Oh, then no, I'm running out of. Oh yeah, it also seems like I have the magnetic property in this iron pickaxe. Yeah, it's something. Seems like that. Yeah. Maybe I'll get what I can get. I'll get everything that I can, and leave these here. And take these with me as well. So iron. Yeah. So there's a tool rod, but I don't think I'll need it. It's just yeah, it's just wood, and you can always create more, and it just clogs up the inventory. So there isn't really much. There aren't many reasons to actually keep that. Let's just ditch that there for now. Cave root is also edible. Yeah. So now I have gold, and I think I can grind it. Pretty sure I can use that in here and get 2 gold dusts, which is nice. And then I can, as far as I know, I should be able to use the gold dust in here. Then I need to power up the heater. Let's see if I can use these charcoal pieces. Yes, nice. And then I'll need, I think there was like, is it just like 1 clay ball makes up 1 brick, if I'm not mistaken. And then that brick can be used to make an ingot cast. And then that ingot cast can be used to create ingots in here. So a brick here, molten gold from the seared faucet goes to the casting table, and that casts me an ingot gold cast. Nice. So now that I have that, I can do stuff in here. I wonder if I can get. Wait. So if I want to get seared bricks, I can cast seared stone. But do I get seared stone anywhere else other than? Because I can think of a way to do seared cobblestone. You can do these. Can you do? No. Okay. So if you can't do seared bricks here yet, you have to get the seared casting basin. Okay. So I'll need 3 of these. I think that should be enough. Then I can cook them in a furnace. So this is just essentially me trying to minimize using clay balls, sand, and gravel, so that I'll only get the seared bricks from grout this way. But then after this, I can instead of using clay, sand, and gravel, I only need to use clay and cobblestone, or clay and stone. So it's essentially a more sort of straightforward process, because sand and gravel are, well, as you can see, you can get a lot of cobblestone, but you can't get that much sand or gravel from natural sources anyway. So now that I have 7 seared bricks, I can do the seared casting basin. So as you saw, the melter melts up stuff, and then you can use these faucets to cast whatever's inside of there. and then you can place cobblestone in the casting basin, put some clay balls here, like 3 at a time, and the charcoal melts up those to molten clay, and then you can pour this over here, and you'll get shared cobblestone. Now this is, yeah, and as I explained, this is good so that you don't have to use sand or gravel anymore. Okay? I can just put them here now. I don't need them for this process anymore. So this is one way of doing this a bit more it's more resource efficient. And now I can melt the cobblestone in the melter, and then I can cast them into the ingots over here. It might be that they don't all fit in the melter because it only gets like 9 ingots there, but this is the way that you can. Yeah, so now it's full, and now it needs to be sort of first emptied out before this shared cobblestone can. Yeah, so now it's full again, and now this is nice. This also means that I now have. Now I can start wondering how to build the Smeltery controller. So the Smeltery is actually the sort of bigger. This is just the sort of very first version that you get of this structure, and then you can sort of upgrade it. Although this is nice in the sense that you don't have to use lava for heating up this Smeltery. Well, in this case I'm using charcoal, and that's not the, like, I'm not saying that's like, I don't like burning coal either, but then at least this charcoal is made from wood, but still it would be considered to be like not very environmental to use charcoal. So I'm hoping maybe to get like I still have like half an hour to go, so I can maybe go to like the Smeltery stuff now, and I think I'll still use this charcoal stuff for something perhaps. So now I'm thinking, okay, Smeltery controller, molten copper from either. Okay, so just copper for ingots. And since the thing, oh wait, yeah, I have the grindstone. So this, I think when you are doing like molten copper, you can melt them inside the melter or the Smeltery controller. Now the thing is, if you are using the shared melter, then you don't get 4 ingots or 2 ingots from one copper, I think. And instead, this shows you 2 ingots here, but if you are using the melter, then it's less. So I think I'm going to take, where did I put my copper ore? Here. So I'll put them in the grindstone still. This is one of the sort of, I think once I get the Smeltery up and running, then I won't be using this crank method anymore. Because this takes more manual time, and also because there's a chance that you don't get as much from that. But now I have copper dusts, and if I'm not mistaken, these should all translate into like putting the seared heater there, and I have molten copper, and that pours into here, and now I have the Smeltery controller. Nice. Okay. Then I need 2 copper ingots. So, well, I could have just used the same charcoal for that, but anyway, I'll take 1 more from here and put them in here. Ooh, so I broke the crank just in time. At least I think I don't. Well, yeah, maybe I can do another crank. It's just wood, but it might actually be that I don't use that anymore for anything. So yeah, copper over here. They will melt up, and I can do ingots out of those. Can I put like these here as well? Yeah. Gold ore, iron ore. Let's put those there. So now I think I'll just need more seared bricks. So I have the controller. Now I need a drain, which requires me 4. I can do that already, I think. And then seared fuel gauge. Is that gauge? Yeah, maybe. If I'm remembering correctly. I'm not a native English speaker, so sometimes I might have some trouble with some of these. But yeah, seared drain. I can do that, but I'll make the clay stuff here as well. Sometimes it sort of takes time to actually work. So I'll need the seared drain, and then the Smeltery controller. I can maybe put them already somewhere where I'm planning to build this stuff. So let's say I build it here. Wait, how big am I thinking? I'm actually thinking as small as possible, I think, at this point. So maybe it would make sense for me to have like a drain over here. So now it drains from here. And then I don't necessarily even need, yeah, I could just, well, I still need the fuel gauge. That's 4. And then, wait, yeah, that's 4. So then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah, at least I'll need more clay here. So let's do those. And those. Then now that it's empty, we can melt it. Maybe put some more charcoal pieces. These charcoal pieces are modded. Like the vanilla Minecraft has charcoal, and then it melts up 8 items. But then if you use the charcoal in the crafting table in this modded version, then you get charcoal pieces which each melt up 1 item. Yeah, I'll need all of them, so I'll just take them. This mod pack probably has some redstone clocks or something like that that make it possible for me to time this or sort of automate it so that I wouldn't have to click here every time. But in this early game stage, it makes sense for me to just do this, and then later on I can do this more efficiently. Oh yeah, I need more glass, so more sand. And I guess maybe a smeltery like this that has like black things on it, and then it's like it doesn't maybe sound like something that is very Solarpunk, or it doesn't look like very Solarpunk. But I would argue that it is still quite a cool thing to have, because then at least in the sense of this game's mechanics, because after you have it, then your resource production is more efficient, so you don't have to like go mining a lot of resources, but instead you can just use the you can just use less resources, and that's nice. I think I need at least 1 seared bricks, 1 over here, and then I need another one over here. And now technically I already have a working smeltery, but there isn't enough space for I think I still need 4 blocks of seared cobblestone. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah. I could maybe even melt them in here. And I think I also need I will also need lava. so I still have to go underground to find that. Since I think I didn't see any place over here that was... can I find it with... what was it? Map mode, maybe? Yeah, night. Or light sources. Let's see. Because these light sources sometimes may help me find... There's smooth stone slab. Yeah, I was thinking if there was any lava lakes nearby, but I can't see any from here, so... Yeah, and the nighttime thing is almost the same, yeah. Yeah, okay. But, yeah, and we'll melt one more. Okay then, and well, I can use these, I think, right off the bat. Except there's a torch. Yeah. It's not the nicest looking smeltery I built, but it's something, and I can still see inside from here. So now I can go here and see if I can find lava. I think I'll need to go somewhere like, I don't know if there was something over here. Maybe if I just continue on this place a bit, then... Is this going? Ooh, that's... I'm pretty sure that's a graphics bug. I am pretty low though already, so there's... Like, I'm at Y level 15 right now, so... And... I'm trying to also kind of sometimes you can also find lava by just hearing it because it bubbles, but I don't hear any bubbling sounds. Maybe very faintly somewhere. Really not sure. And then there's also water. I think I'll take the water off from here, so I don't know if there's... The source block is here, so... But I can't really hear any lava. Yeah, that's a... So where do I find it then? It might be that... I need to mine even further down somewhere. Uranium, nickel, bort, vintium ore, even diamond ore. That's nice. But I won't be... that's one of the things that I don't want to mine yet, because I really want to have the... Well, at least in this case, it's also that like I'm waiting to get the silk touch, and I think that's something that I need before going into Diamond Ore, because then you can get a lot more out of Diamond Ore if you have the silk touch going on. There's dark stone, there's platinum ore, there's bedrock, but not really anything that I can use right now. Sort of usually you don't go into these places looking for lava. Usually you go look for something completely different, but in my case that is exactly the thing that I'm after. I think I'm pretty sure that Vintium ore was something that, you need an iron pickaxe to pick it up, but then do I have inventory space? Inert crystal ore. Sort of ironic. Usually when you go into mining, it's pretty soon that you find lava, and then you wish you hadn't found it, or it's sort of annoying. But now in my case, I can't seem to find any, and that bumps me out. Oh, creeper. I could maybe just run away from that, but yeah, let's run away for now. This is just going upwards, and ooh, that sounds like something that I don't want to be a part of. Looks like there's Is that ethical? If they battle each one out? So technically I only killed one, so that, well, yeah. Okay, so yeah. I would have preferred to find this was this, yeah, this was a dead end. So it seems like I won't be finding lava today, which is a bummer. Sort of, yeah. Luckily I was in my claimed area, so that creeper technically didn't explode, or it didn't do any damage to the surrounding environment. Yeah. Another place that I could find maybe lava would be just going up and trying to explore over there. Is that necessarily a bad idea? Since I haven't explored almost anything outside my sort of very close proximity. Yeah. I have, yeah. there's quite a lot. Okay, so things we didn't do this time was the millstone yet, and the water wheel. So I think because now it's like 5 to 9, so I think I'm going to stop in a matter of minutes, but just so we have like we got this stuff, but then the pickaxe was still something that we didn't do. So, oh, stick. Why was that there? And then we'll get the silky cloth for that. So, yeah, those are the things that I'm at least doing on my next episode, or maybe even doing between episodes. But I think it's a fun thing to find. Maybe one thing that I could do is before the next episode, try to find lava, because it's something that usually isn't that, like, it should be abundant enough for me to find. So yeah, this was fun, and there was a lot of chat things going on with the game ideas and doing games, especially based on like this, like crafting stuff and that kind of stuff. Yeah, and we discussed. Robson had some ideas on the sort of, if you had a mechanic where you could get like a wound of some kind in the game, and would it like it also sounds both an important mechanic and maybe a little annoying that if the game's sort of unrealistic part would be some kind of a medicine that cures the thing instantly or without a hassle. But yeah, there's yeah, and there's also some ideas about free to play mechanics, or like a game that has free to play and then like freemium or DLC or something that you need to buy the medicine for the game. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's that's a good idea. Maybe it's even a little bit unethical game design or dark design patterns. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like this was still a good thing that we got the basement over here. Now we also have some space to put something else over here if we want to. Maybe I could build me some windows over here so that I can see outside. There was also this like all these oaks that were nearby, and now they are sort of growing sort of really wildly. The sugar canes in this pack apparently grow beyond infinity or something like that. So most likely this sugarcane farm is going to look quite abundant at some point. Ooh, there seems to be maybe a cobweb or maybe even a spider web sapling or something like that in here. Maybe? Not sure. Perhaps, yeah. And yeah. It also seems like the birch logs or birches in this pack are able to have these bigger Even like 2 of them have grown quite big, quite large. So, that's interesting. Okay, so anyway, this was fun. I had now I have a roof in here and the basement and some more resources. And before long, I should also be able to build myself a silky touch pickaxe, and a pickaxe that lets me like mine all these different kinds of cool blocks. The mining level is diamond on this Nahuatl pickaxe head, which is essentially just an obsidian pickaxe. It's made from molten obsidian, and I will get molten obsidian by just alloying water and lava. So that's why I need lava. I also need lava for like you need lava to melt those, or they need to be in this seared fuel gauge, and then you put the stuff into the seared grains, and then you can after you get them, then you can put them into the seared casting table. And the seared casting table, I think, was you need the wooden pickaxe head to be on this seared casting table, and then pour 2 blocks of molten obsidian to the pickaxe head to get the actual item, and then you can use this to create a pickaxe. Yeah. Okay, so this was today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it anyway. It was really good to have like chat things going on. So many thanks for that in the Twitch chat. And yeah, so please forget to like and subscribe, as we say. There's I have a YouTube channel at this point, and I'm uploading this recording there at some point this week. Maybe not today, but sometime. And you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you can also follow me on Twitch. I'm planning, at least at this point, to stream every Thursday at this same time. We'll see how that goes, and if I'm changing at some point, but at least for now, that's the plan. So yeah, was it F5? Yes. So bye. This was fun. Yeah. Cool. See you.